Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel here at SilverSilk and More. A question that I've been getting, or at least a comment, some feedback, is that the pictures on the website really differ from what the product looks like in person. So I wanted to take this opportunity and create some video content around actually showing physically what each of the different chain colors look like in person, or as best as I can via camera. Of course, when you get it in your hands, it's just going to be a completely different product, color, and just the tactile feel of it. So the video at least will kind of bridge the gap between what the stuff looks like on the website versus what it could look like in person. This is something that I really haven't done yet either, which is kind of exciting, is to go through each of the different lines. Today, I'm just going to cover the capture chain collection. It's kind of a robust, it's my biggest collection of silver silk and the different colors that are created within that line. And so we're just going to kind of take some time to cover each of those different colors and even talk about what sort of findings to use for that particular chain line. So I'm actually going to pan down over on my face from my face to the table here, and we'll just get started. First, I want to explain what capture chain is. So this is a chain that's been around for a very long time in silver silk, and the essential definition, I guess the core definition, is that it is a knitted wire jewelry chain that features a ball chain core. What that means is that if you kind of think about the fan pulleys or the little beads that are attached together in a chain format, well, that's the filler material. And knitted on top is wire that's as thin as human hair. It's more specifically 32 gauge. And it takes 6 needles to create this particular chain or this particular knit over the ball chain core. And where I've taken it is to 24 different colors, which is incredible. And there are different types of ball chain colors within the actual chain itself that produces the overall color, look, and feel. So that's the definition. And I wanted to talk about each color in specifics, or at least show you guys real quick. So I'm going to start with the antique white, which looks like this. It's absolutely stunning. The wire, again, is 32 gauge. And what makes it the antique white is that the white wire that's knitted on top is actually a matte finish. So what you get are these very sparkly silver beads of the ball chain inside. And over that, you have this gorgeous knitted wire that's a matte white finish. Look at how gorgeous that is. And I'm rotating it ever so slowly around my fingers here and showing you guys what it looks like in a 3D format. The chain size for all the capture chains is 3 millimeter in diameter. And so you get a pretty good sized chain with it. So there's the full 3-foot spool. It comes in also a 6 and a 25-foot spool for each of these colors. Okay, I'm going to show you what black looks like. And there's are two different types of black colors. So this one is just the regular black, which looks like this. It has a silver ball chain core inside of it, and knitted on top is a metallic black wire. So pretty. It sparkles, especially because of the silver ball chain inside of it. So there you go. I think seeing it in my hands too gives you kind of a scale of what the chain diameter is. Okay, we're going to look at dark rose next, which looks like this. This one has an antique copper ball chain core with antique, no, I'm sorry. It is a sort of a burgundy color wire that's knitted on top. So it's not quite copper or antique copper, but it's more in the red-ish family as far as wire color goes. So it looks more like a, well, to its name, true to its name, dark rose. Okay, here we go. And again, let me show you what that looks like all together. Super pretty. I love this color just because it's so earthy. Okay, we are going to look at fall next. So fall features a gold colored ball chain with antique copper that's been knitted around it. Super pretty. This one's again true to its name. I tried to pick out names that were kind of just reminded me either of the season or something, right? The style. But this one's a very popular color for the autumn season. Okay. And again, let me show you what this is. Take a closer look there. Super pretty. Again, that's fall. And then we've got forest, another wonderful earthy color. This one features a gunmetal colored ball chain core with a dark olive green wire that's been knitted on top. This one is great if you're looking to make jewelry for the guy in your life. I know I love this color a lot. I'm a green or a green soul here. And it's one of my favorite chains. I don't have too many jewelry. I have personal jewelry pieces that have been made in it, but I haven't done too many personal tutorials on how to use it. But I think it's an absolutely stunning color. Okay, here we go. One more time. Super pretty. All right, we are going to move on to golden, which is let's see, a little bit of a mixture. This one has a silver ball chain core with gold colored wire that's been knitted on top. So you get a little mixture of both gold and silver with the chain here. And it offers a bit of design versatility, especially if you're not afraid to mix metals, then golden color is going to be the way for you to go. And I think that this is probably my fourth highest selling color of Capture Chain. Um, Honestly, I kind of was hoping to see more people posting pictures of what they do with it because sometimes I don't see it on the front end here. But I know that for sure lots of folks are grabbing this color for one reason or another. Lotus. Oh, okay. So this one is very pink. So if you are not shy in using pink in your designs, really the way to go. I love this color for the fact that it reminds me of either spring or something that of a resort. Very tropical, very soft and feminine. I just love this color. I haven't used it much in design because I don't typically use pink, but the color sure is gorgeous to look at. And the silver ball chain core inside of it really does add that extra sparkle to it. So I think if I were to use this, I would probably snip it up into smaller pieces and add it for a tassel or something else. Braiding it with other colors would look absolutely stunning, especially with the darker blue. And maybe, I don't know, like a silver color would be super pretty. So that one is Lotus. Next is metallic copper. Let's see if I can grab that real quick. Here it is. Okay, so metallic copper is a very rustic color. This one has a gunmetal ball chain core, and it also features copper colored wire that's been knitted on top. So again, just comes back to a very rustic color design. This is a very neutral color for a lot of jewelry pieces. The dark ball chain core really makes the wire that's been knitted on top pop, I think. And you'll see another color variation of what it looks like with silver underneath, in fact, a little bit later. And this one just kind of draws that copper color down a little bit. Instead of making it bold and poppy, it kind of makes it more earthy and I don't know, just kind of toned down. It's really cool and unusual. I know I enjoy braiding this with other colors as well. There you can kind of see it. Super pretty. Okay, this is again metallic copper. And then we've got purple, which looks like this. Super pretty. This is like the signature SilverSilk color, being that it's purple. This would match really well with Lotus, as well as another color called Storm that'll be later down the road. And it features a silver ball chain core with purple knitted wire on top. Super gorgeous. Okay. Aren't all these colors super fun though? Okay, red. It really does get me inspired and, I don't know, invigorated and excited to create with it. Red Capture Chain features a silver ball chain core with red wire that's been knitted on top. So this is great for any sort of holidays toward the end of the year that you might celebrate, or it even makes a great spring color if you want to match flowers like or be inspired by flowers such as poppies or roses, just stuff that's fresh in bloom, and mixing the right beads with it is just so much fun. Super cute. So there's red. And then river is one of the blue variations, which has a silver ball chain core, as you can see, and blue, a sort of a darker blue knitted wire that's been kind of knitted over it. And I love that the silver adds that pop of color to this chain. It kind of breaks up how solid it looks because you can see the silver right through it. And so it kind of highlights those knitted wire details pretty nicely. And I think it's a great earthy color. Lots of folks love to wear blue. It is, the number one color worn here in the States. And just a great like denim. I think you add some other sparkles and you can throw this on with a denim jacket pretty easily. So let's see, we've got Rockstar. So this is the other black variation. And this one, I wanted to make a very solid colored chain. And so you can kind of see that this features a gunmetal ball chain core with black knitted wire on top. So essentially you get a very dark chain throughout this look, and Rockstar, I think, being an appropriate name for it. Very metallic, very glamorous, dark. It's a beautiful chain and has a great color appeal to it, I think, especially if you're trying to make statement jewelry that's not super showy in its different textures. And that way, this sort of focuses on the beads more so than the chain with that dark color palette. So I really love this one a lot. I've gifted many bracelets to my friends just using this chain without any beads and stuff on it. And they loved it. So let's see, we've got Seafoam. Gorgeous color here. This one is a silver ball chain core with the color Seafoam wire that's been knitted on top. So it's not really light blue. It's got a hint of green in it. It's kind of hard to describe. It's just ever so slightly tinted with green. So it kind of falls more into that teal family, a light teal color. And it's an absolutely stunning chain. This is great if you're trying to make jewelry that represents water or, I don't know, something that's tropical. This mixes really well with the other colors, such as river, or even I've seen it mixed with lotus, in fact. Really pretty combination. And that is Seafoam. Okay, we've got Shimmering Copper. We're just a little over halfway done. I told you that this was the largest collection of silver silk colors. But hey, more creativity is more creativity, right? This one is called Shimmering Copper. This is the other copper variation that I carry, and it features a silver ball chain core inside of copper colored wire that's been knitted over it. Love this color. It just is a different look and feel for the coppers because of the silver ball chain core that allows the knitted wire to really pop and be bright and in opposite to the metallic copper that we looked at earlier, which is very dark and rustic. This one I would say is more bold, not bold, I'm sorry, more bright and shimmers true to its name. Okay, so shimmering copper. All right, we've got Shimmering Hematite. Lots of shimmers here in these names. So this one is silver ball chain core that has hematite knitted over it. So pretty. I love this color. It can work all year round. I'm a huge gray fan personally. Love grays, and I love other softer colors paired with it, especially. Um, and it just offers a little bit more detail than the black, I think, because of its softer colors. And hematite, I think, is such an underrated color personally. I think it's just a really wonderful, I don't know, mixture of, or you can add it to the mix of metals without going overboard because it is such a soft gray color. It's so pretty. So again, shimmering hematite. Okay, the next one is Shoreline. And we looked at a color called Seafoam earlier. Well, this one is sort of its sibling, if you will. This one has gunmetal ball chain core inside of seafoam colored knitted wire. So the color where it was more brighter with the silver because it bounces that light and that color off of the silver ball chain core, the black in the gunmetal tends to absorb it. So what you're looking at is just a darkened color of that seafoam. It's a little bit more saturated, I guess is the right word. And so it creates a very, I don't know, robust, darker colored chain. It appears thicker than the silver, because of the black, you can see the weight, visually looking at it, and opposite to the silver, which again just bounces light, so it looks a little bit more. I don't know. It just has a different feel to it. I guess that's probably the best way. This is a great neutral color, in my opinion. Of course, I just love anything dark, I guess. Let's see, Silver Style. So this one's been around since the beginning of Silver Silk, and never gets old knitting this one. I love it so much. This one is a silver ball chain core with silver wire on top. So love this. It works with literally everything. And silver is just a great color to wear for all occasions. So pretty. Let me get this out of the way. Yeah. So I think this one truly doesn't need an explanation or anything. It's just so gorgeous as is. And this one would be great just to hang a pendant off of without any extra beads or pizzazz. Of course, you can dress it up to however you wish, but some of these chains can just be left simple and look very classy. So the next one is solid brass, which I have right here. This one is a brass colored ball chain core with antique brass colored wire that's been knitted on top. So you get, well, solid brass. It's a beautiful chain. Again, it's one of those that's very underrated. If you're really looking to, I don't know, repraise antique pieces in your jewelry that you have maybe you either collected some sort of pendants or beads from an estate sale, or it's been passed down in the family, and you're trying to create some sort of a heirloom design, this is the way to go. I could see pearls working with the antique brass very, very amazingly. If you've got, again, pendants that have brass details that have aged and have, either patina or some sort of colorization that's happened to the shiny brass that it used to be, this is going to work so well with it. So just think heirloom pieces, I think, whenever you think of antique brass. And I'll show you a close up real quick. Okay. Here we go. Boom. Beautiful. Solid antique copper. This one's another great one for heirloom pieces if you've got any copper jewelry that has aged beautifully over time and you want to preserve that same look, and not add a shiny chain to it, well, this one's going to be the answer. Solid antique copper features a antique copper colored ball chain core with antique colored copper wire knitted on top. So beautiful. And I've used this in so many designs, in fact, myself, just for adding either a subtle pop of color or, again, just great for heirloom jewelry. Okay, we have got solid gold. Can't go without my collection without a solid gold color. So we've got a gold colored ball chain and gold wire that's been knitted on top to create gold on gold. So pretty. And this is truly a warmer yellow gold. Not so much the bright, shiny champagne gold. So I just wanted to make a note of that real quick. So pretty. Okay. We have got, let's see, solid hematite. Oh, so yeah, I guess we also feature this collection of solid colors. Just if you're not looking to mix your metals, then hey, this is perfect. We got you covered. So this one has a gunmetal chain inside, gunmetal colored ball chain with hematite colored wire that's been knitted on top. So you get a shiny version and you get a solid version. So pretty. I have personally used this for hanging pendants off of for jewelry pieces for myself, for necklaces for myself. Works amazingly. Let's see. We've got Starry Night, which looks like this. So Starry Night is gold colored ball chain core. It's a gold colored ball chain core inside of black knitted wire. Think night sky with twinkling stars, and that's what this chain is. It's quite beautiful. Again, if you're wanting to go with a gold and black color palette, this is the way to go. It's so pretty. In fact, if you look at some of the links below in the description, you can kind of see some examples of projects that I've made with this color chain. Even with just a simple pendant, a gold pendant is so gorgeous. Okay, that's Starry Night. We've got Storm. Now this one is the other blue color. So this one is a hematite chain with blue colored wire that's been knitted on top. So dark skies is what came to mind whenever I named this. And Storm just seemed appropriate. Super pretty. This is actually one of the more popular colors of Capture Chain. I think just under silver, and in fact, that one that I just showed you earlier, Starry Night, which is also very popular, but this one kind of falls within the most loved colors. And again, I think it's just because folks are loving wearing blue, and you can either go shiny or you can go dark. Last, but certainly not least, is my one of my favorite colors, which is called Urban. This has a silver colored wire that's been knitted over a gunmetal ball chain. And so you get a very like dark city smoggy color, I guess is sort of the vibe that this one is going for. And it's a great metallic color if you're looking to really create some jewelry that, I don't know, just you can kind of throw some sparkles with this and it would look great. Some big sparkly beads. Um, you can throw in great metal pieces or metal pendants with this that have either some sort of patina or have that gunmetal color in it would look super gorgeous. So, and some of this stuff you just can keep simple and it's still ever so beautiful. So again, this one's called Urban. All right. So the other thing I wanted to show you guys is how to end this. Because we have a ball chain core, I'm going to bring out one of the colors again. And whenever you cut it, it doesn't fray. And so you're left with essentially some knitted wire and this cord, like this end of the cord that, folks might not know what to do with. So luckily, SilverSilk carries a line of findings that you can use to create finished, polished ends that you can attach um, either baubles, cords, your findings, just what have you over it. So I'm trying to pick out the right color for this. So this is my single strand end cap. As you can see, it has a stamp on it for SilverSilk. And essentially the idea here is to kind of open up the end cap a little bit more, insert your chain in, and then give it a good squeeze to crimp it over. You don't need any special tool. Well, you need one sort of special tool, which I'll talk about in a second, but you don't need anything else. You don't need glue. You don't need anything crimpers or any of that sort of stuff. You can actually just grab a pair of wide-nosed pliers and then simply just use that to give it a good press to squeeze it. You'll notice that the tip of my pliers is coated with a white substance here. And this is called Tool Magic, which actually rubberizes the end tips of my pliers so that whenever I go to crimp this, I can A, get a good grip on the crimp, and B, it'll protect the crimp from any sort of marring. And so whenever I'm ready to squeeze it, I can simply just press on it and call it good. And then once I've done that, you'll want to check to make sure that the seam is all the way closed and that the chain won't come out after you've crimped it. The crimps themselves have little teeth inside of it, which grasp on. I don't know why that word was so difficult. It grasps on to the ball chain core, and that is what holds everything permanently in place. It's such a unique finding. I absolutely love it. And not only is it available in a single strand, but you can get it as a double strand and as a triple strand. So truly the possibilities are just endless. And I'm going to show another color here. So there we go. All of these findings are available in 6 different colors, which I'll talk about here in a second. There's the full set there. So single, double, and triple. Okay, you can kind of see the channels there. And the 6 colors are silver, gunmetal, or dark rhodium, as I call it on the website. Okay, again, these all have my stamp on one side. There we go. Copper. Nice and shiny. And we've got antique copper, gold, and antique gold here. So really, these are intended to match with the capture chain collection and the ball chain core. So really, I've been able to establish matching all of the different colors to the different chains. Whoops, that's one. Here we go. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys some examples of designs that I've created using those end caps and the ball chain, or excuse me, the capture chain. So here I've made this design and it uses a double-strand end cap here with the dark, I know this is the solid antique copper color. And I like to mix and match my findings personally. But certainly you can, create a style that's suited for you. Here I've just used the bright copper with the antique copper, but certainly if you didn't want to do that, you can absolutely match the antique copper with the antique copper and still get a gorgeous finish. How beautiful that looks either way. Okay. And again, you can kind of see how I finished off the ends there. Just crimped it over the two chains and called it good. Here's an example of a single strand design where, again, I mixed my metals because that's the kind of guy that I am. This is the dark rose color paired with antique gold end caps. Okay, you can see that the seam is very closed, and whenever I tug it, it doesn't come apart. And then I just use some beading wire to crimp into the ring of the end cap quite easily. And I'm a toggle on the side kind of a guy as well. I like asymmetry in my design. So you can kind of see the layout here of what I've created. And then the necklace rope just goes all the way around quite easily. So it's easy to put on and take off. And but mostly I just wanted to show you how I use those end caps with the capture chain. And then finally, here's one example with the triple strand end caps, which is the antique gold with the antique white colored capture chain. Super pretty. If you wanted to go all silver on this, you could. You could even go dark rhodium. I'm trying to see what colors I've got. If you're really truly into mixing metals, you can go with gold. So I think that really is just dependent on how you want to create the black and white look really great together, I think. And this is a great segue onto some other findings that I carry, which are terminators. In this case, I wanted to create a three-strand tassel that I could throw on with earrings or the bottom of a necklace or something, right? And I don't want to leave my ends raw. I could if I wanted to, but I just think it looks unfinished. Well, SilverSilk carries a line of terminators that are used to cap off the ends of your knitted wire chain. And so these come in two different sizes. We have got a 4mm size, which is what I just showed you. Again, these are all available in all the 6 colors that I showed you earlier. And I've also got a 9mm terminator size, which are longer. So if you're doing a longer lariat design, this is going to be great for scale. If you're doing a short tassel or earring, you'll want to go with the smaller terminators to cap off the ends. And they work exactly the same way. You just insert your capture chain inside. It's got little teeth to grip onto the ball chain core, and boom, once you crimp it, you're done. So those are really the essential findings that you'll need for capture chain and to finish off some of those ends. I'm going to flip it back around to me. And that was essentially my educational video on capture chain. You can definitely leave a comment if you enjoy this video or have a question. Let me know. That sort of stuff is important for the channel. It's important to me to know your feedback. I've also included all of the different chain colors and the entire library link into the description, which you can check out below. And any other information that you need to know about SilverSilk, such as our virtual community, the SilverSilk Silkies, over on Facebook is also in the link. And you'll definitely want to sign up for my text notifications as I give out coupons that are exclusive to the texting group. Um, and not available anywhere else. But also just updates and just random hellos because I enjoy touching base with everybody. You guys are my friends out there, so we need to, have a two-way communication. And I need to know what you guys want either more of from Silver Silk or want to see something different or what sort of tutorials you're looking for. I'm your guy to let know. You can do all of your shopping at silversilkonline.com as well. And until next time, you guys stay creative, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Bye.